I'm Richard Clarke. I record these talks every day as a way to deepen my inquiry. Listen each day and deepen your own practice. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is from Talk 520, Part 2. Questioner. I have a small question to ask. The state of realization is one of desirelessness. If a human being is desireless, he ceases to be a human. Maharshi, you admit your existence in sleep. You did not function then. You were not aware of any gross body. You did not limit yourself to this body. So you could not find anything separate from yourself. Now, in your waking state, you continue to be the same existence with the limitations of the body added. These limitations make you see other objects. Hence arises desires. But the state of desirelessness in sleep made you no less happy than now. You did not feel any want. You did not make yourself miserable by not entertaining desires, but now you entertain desires because you are limited to this human frame. Why do you wish to retain these limitations and continue to entertain desires? Sri Bhagavan continued, does the body tell you that it is there? It is certainly something apart from the body that remains aware. What is it? Do you say that it is the I, meaning the ego, which arises simultaneously with the waking of the individual from sleep? Be it so. The body is not sentient. The absolute does not speak. The ego does. One does not aspire for liberation in sleep. The aspiration arises only in the waking state. The functions of the waking state are those of the ego, which is synonymous with the I. Find out who this I is. By doing so and abiding as I, all these doubts will be cleared up. Here the questioner wonders if the state of desirelessness associated with realization or enlightenment might strip away what makes us human, suggesting that a human being without desire seems incomplete. Sri Ramana Maharshi responds by guiding the questioner into self-reflection and deeper understanding of consciousness, both in the waking state and in sleep. His answer challenges the idea that desire is essential to our identity. Ramana starts by referring to the experience of deep sleep, where we have no awareness of the body or the world, yet still exist. In that state, we experience no desire, no needs, and no separation from the self. Yet we're not unhappy or lacking anything. He points out that in sleep, there's no ego, no awareness of the body, and no distinction between self and other. Yet there's peace and contentment. This absence of desire in sleep does not diminish our being. Rather, it shows that desire is not essential to happiness or existence. The conversation then shifts to the waking state, where the ego reappears as the sense of I. In waking, we identify with the body and individual self, which leads us to perceive separateness and, as a result, to form desires. Desires arise because of the ego, which is closely tied to the body and mind, constantly seeks satisfaction in the external world. Ramana poses a direct question. Why cling to these self-imposed limitations? Why believe that desires define who we are when we see that they're absent in deep sleep, and yet our existence remains complete? Ramana goes further by pointing out that the ego itself, this I that awakens along with the body, can be questioned. The body is inert, he explains, while the absolute, the true self, is beyond all thoughts and words. The ego, which he identifies as synonymous with the I in the waking state, is the source of desires and attachments. When we're fully awake, it is the ego that speaks, seeks, and questions. But as Ramana encourages, if you turn inward and inquire, who is this I, and trace it back to the source, you reach a place of pure awareness beyond the ego. This self is where desire and limitations dissolve and all doubts clear up naturally. In this dialogue, Ramana Maharshi reveals that desire is tied to the ego in the physical body, not to the true self. Realization doesn't strip us of our humanness. It frees us from mistaken limitations, allowing us to experience a deeper, fuller existence beyond the fluctuations of desire and ego. So know yourself and be always free and at peace. In 40 Verses on Reality, Ramana Maharshi explains the nature of the self, the ultimate reality, and self-inquiry. My new book, with my comments and inquiry questions, opens these teachings up and brings them into your practice and experience. Available now from Amazon. Link in the video description. These videos bring Ramana's teachings into your direct experience. Click subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like, and send questions and start a dialogue with a comment.